Welcome to FitChicks Chat, the podcast dedicated to fitness, nutrition, wellness, and mindset. For more information on FitChicks Academy and our upcoming fitness and nutrition expert certification, as well as our holistic nutrition weight loss coaching certifications, please visit fitchicksacademy.com. Thank you so much for listening and enjoy today's episode.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to FitChicks Chat, the podcast dedicated to fitness, nutrition, wellness, and coaching. Today is New Year's Eve, if you can believe it. I cannot believe another whole year has passed, and it's just so crazy. Time goes so fast. So here we are, a whole year ahead, and we've got a brand new year starting tomorrow to look forward to. And it's just hours away, which is so amazing. So, my name is Amanda Quinn. I'm one of the co-founders of FitChicks Academy, and today I want to share with you how you can set up your coaching business for success into the new year. So, we're going to talk about some really tactical things that you can do that is all about setting yourself up for the most successful year yet as a coach. Whether you're just starting out, whether you are someone who is an aspiring coach, whether you are someone who's looking to take your business to the next level, this episode is going to be packed with actionable steps to help you actually hit the ground running for 2025. So take a second, pause, go grab your notebook, pour yourself a cup of tea or coffee, and then let's get started. So the first thing that we are going to do when we're thinking about setting up our year for success is we want to take a moment to reflect on the year that's just passed. As coaches, we're always encouraging our clients to celebrate wins and learn from challenges. And so it's only fair that we do the same, right? We always want to take that time to really look back and think, where have we, succeeded in? What might have been challenges? What are things that maybe I could not do again? Maybe I should do again? What are things that maybe I haven't celebrated, right? And especially as entrepreneurs, I know one of the things Laura and I realized is that as entrepreneurs and as business owners, unless you are giving yourself a pat on the back or a cyber high five to yourself or a high five to yourself or whatever it is, there isn't, excuse me, there isn't a lot of other people that are going to be, sharing in those successes and wins. So we really have to take that time to celebrate them. And so here's a few reflection prompts that I want you to think about. Here's some things that you can kind of write down, and then I want you after this episode to take time to really reflect on. So the first thing that I want you to think is, what were your biggest wins this past year? So did you have anything that you felt like was just such a massive success that you feel really excited about? Now, the second thing that I want you to write down is, what challenges may you have faced and how did you overcome them? So it's not just about focusing on the negative, the challenge, the problem, but what did you do to overcome that problem? How did you successfully move past it? Because as we know, we're going to run into challenges, but we always have to think about, what is it that we had as a solution? Now, the third thing that I want you to write down are, what are the lessons that you've learned that you can carry into the new year? Maybe they're personal, maybe they're professional, maybe they're business related, maybe they're client related, maybe there's some sort of new training or education that you took, whatever it is. But what are some of the lessons that you've learned that you can carry into the new year? And then the next thing is there anything that you'd like to leave behind as we step into 2025? So as we step into this new year, this is a whole new opportunity, right? Every day is a new opportunity, but always when it comes to like a year, we always think of it as like, okay, this is literally it. This is a fresh start. This is our opportunity to just go after it. So is there anything that you'd like to leave behind as we step into this new year? So write those down, as I said, after this episode, or pause right now and write them down. But these are some actionable things that you can do. So I want you to take some time, journal, think through these questions. Reflection isn't just about looking back, it's about gathering insights to move forward with intention. So definitely write those down. Now, the second part about how to set ourselves up for success for 2025 is to set clear goals for the new year. So let's talk about setting some goals, right? As coaches, we know the power of goal setting for our clients, but it's just as critical for our own growth. We have to think about goals as a way, an opportunity to have an end result that we desire. We have to think of goals as a thing that we're moving towards. If we don't have goals, then we're literally just kind of like running through the motions without any kind of direction. Goals are our direction. And so I want you to think about, when you're thinking about goals, I want you to think, be really specific and be very clear. So I want you to think, instead of being like general and vague, like I want to grow my coaching business, I want you to say like I want to sign 10 new clients by the end of March. Or I want to, instead of I want to improve my social media presence, I want to say I will post 3 times a week on Instagram and I'm going to engage with 5 new accounts daily. Whatever that is, get really specific and clear, because more clarity provides more power. So I want you to set goals in 3 key areas. So again, write these things down. The first thing that I want you to do is your business growth. Think about revenue, clients, launching new programs. Like, how much money do you want to make in this next year? What kind of growth does that look like for you? Maybe you were making $5,000 last year. Maybe you made $50,000. Maybe you made $100,000, whatever that is. What is your revenue goal for this next year? How many clients do you want to serve? We always want to think about the service side of it. How are we serving others, and how many people do we want to serve? Maybe right now you have 3 clients, and in the next year, you're like, I want to have 5 clients within the first month. I want to have 5 new clients every month. I want to have 100 clients per year. Whatever that is, write those numbers down. And then launching new programs. Are you going to launch a new program? What does that look like? What is an idea? And you don't have to have the whole outline and all the details, but you can commit and say, I'm going to launch a whole new group fitness program, or I've been thinking about doing this online program and I'm going to commit to doing that in this next year. The second thing I want you to write down is your professional development. What kind of certifications are you wanting to take? What kind of trainings? What kind of new skills? Because if we don't grow, we're not growing our skills, we're not growing opportunities for clients to continue to work with us in different capacities. The more that we grow, the more that we know, the more that we can offer, the more that we can support. This is such a huge thing. Laura and I, we are lifelong learners. We are consistently always growing our skills, growing our education, growing our tools so we can support our students in our communities, our students in our academy, our graduates, and ourselves. So I want you to think about your professional development. If there's a certification you feel like you're missing, if you feel like there's a skill that you really want to hone in on, if there's a niche that you want to get really involved in, think about what you need to be able to receive that and decide if this year ahead is the year that you're going to be really diving into that. And of course, as a side note, if you're listening to this right now, we have all of our certifications with a special offer at fitchicksacademy.com. So you can check them out right now. It actually ends at midnight today. So on New Year's Eve, we have this 1 day special kind of offer, and then that's it. So check it out, fitchicksacademy.com, if you are interested in getting more skills, more certifications, and getting started in this industry. And now the third area in terms of your goals that you want to think about is your personal well-being. So don't forget to include those kind of goals that energize you and that balance you, right? These are things that maybe it's I want to run a marathon, maybe it's I want to be able to walk 10,000 steps every day. Whatever your personal well-being goals, I want to drink 3 liters of water, not 3 gallons, 3 liters of water every day, or whatever that is. Write those goals down, because we also, again, we ask our clients to do this. We want to make sure that we are standing in that same position of setting goals for ourselves. Once you write these goals down, I want you to also make them visible and review them regularly. There's this magic that happens when we see something over and over again, that subconsciously we continuously work towards them without even really focusing on them when we see it over and over and over again. So put it on your wall in front of you, put it on your fridge, put it as your screensaver on your phone, whatever it is, but really keep it so that it's visible, so that it becomes attainable. Now, the next area, the part 3 that we're going to be talking about when we think about creating success for this new year ahead, is we want to create a plan and systems for success. So goals are important, but without a plan, they're just wishes, right? So we've heard that many times before, but now we're going to dive into the idea of planning and systems. So the first thing that you want to think about is planning your calendar. I want you to block time for your client sessions. I want you to block time for content creation. I want you to block out time for your personal growth. I want you to block out time for your studying, for your sessions. You have to schedule this stuff in, because if you don't schedule this into your life, it's so easy for it to not fit. We have to schedule these things in, create time block systems, and really just make sure that you are really zoning in on it. If you are someone who is building your business on the side, if you're an aspiring coach, create the time for study time, create the time for business development. Build it into your calendar, even if it's 1 hour a day, 1 hour a week, whatever it is, you want to have this blocked out on your calendar and make sure that you show up for those, because who you're showing up for is yourself. You have to show up for yourself. Now, the second thing that you want to think about is auditing your systems. Are your current systems supporting your goals? So, your scheduling tools, your payment platforms, your client management software, your marketing strategies. If you feel like, the systems that you have right now, maybe it's a system of you're just using Instagram. Maybe it's like, okay, I need Instagram, but I also need some way to sell. Maybe it's looking at another software like Standstore or something like that, where you can then utilize tools that are available to you to make sure that you have everything you need to be successful. So really look at what are you doing right now? What systems are you using? And what systems could you maybe add in that are either free or paid, or that you can hire someone to help you on, but you can have these systems in place to make your life and your business more streamlined. And then the third thing is to batch and automate. Batch your tasks like content creation and automate processes like email responses and social media posts. This is going to free up time and allow you to focus more on external, which is your clients and your growth. So things like if you're developing content for social media, don't do it every day. Don't sit there and go, oh, what should I post today? Create your content in advance, schedule it in advance. There's so much opportunity then to just take one day, build all of your content. This is what we do. We take one day, we build out tons of content, and then we just pre schedule it for 2 weeks or a month at a time. This gives us then space to be able to then consistently work on other projects and not feel like every day gets broken up by all of these smaller tasks. Same thing with automations. Automate your emails, automate your social media responses. You can have DMs that respond back. You can have welcome messages and invites and things like that that get sent out on social media. Look at the different tools that are available to you now and try to make sure that you're batching and automating as much as you can, especially if you're working online so that you give yourself space. And set up a quarterly check in with yourself, review your goals, adjust your plans, adjust your systems, adjust the things, and celebrate your progress. This is such an important piece. Now, the next area that I want you to focus on, and I know this is a lot, but this is really, really going to help you be successful in 2025. But part four is all about your mindset for success. So, we're going to be thinking about the most successful coaches. They aren't just ones with the best strategies, they're the ones who believe in themselves and their mission. So I'm going to repeat that again. The most successful coaches aren't just the ones with the best strategies, but they're the ones that believe in themselves and their mission. So I want you to really embrace a mindset shift in this new year. I want you to remember how the work that you're doing deeply matters. The work that you're doing is changing in the health industry, in the fitness industry, in the wellness industry. You are helping shape and transform people's lives. It matters deeply. And so I want you to put yourself into the mindset of that and also put yourself into the mindset of success. So the first thing you want to do is focus on progress, not perfection. I don't know how many of you are listening right now that maybe are like, okay, I'm going to do this, but it's not great. It's not perfect. It's not I'm missing this image or I'm doing this. I sent out an email just the other day and I couldn't get the image to get fixed. Like it was just shrinking the image and it was looking so weird. So instead of fiddling around with it and spending all this time and energy doing it, I just deleted the image and I sent the email without the image because progress is more important to me than perfection. Every step forward is a win. Done is better than perfect. I want you to remind that and adopt that mentality. Don't let the idea of perfection, because nothing is perfect, don't let that idea hold you back from moving forward. It is one of the biggest things that will just keep you stuck. And I don't want you stuck. I want you successful. So I want you to send stuff out when it's not done. I want you to put out offers before they're complete. I want you to post on social media without editing 100 times over. Just send it. The second thing I want you to do is adopt a growth mindset. I want you to view challenges as opportunities and learn and grow from them. I want you to think about the growth and opportunity that is on the other side of every single challenge you run into. Every single piece. And that's why at the very beginning, I had you write down, what are some of the challenges, but also what were the things you did to overcome them? Because we can go back and we can see, what? Challenges come and go. But all of the lessons that we learn can stay with us and help us improve and become as successful as we want to be. And then the last piece is a mindset piece that I think is probably the most important, which is to practice gratitude. I want you to celebrate every win. I want you to thank yourself for showing up every day. It is you that's deciding. No one is telling you to show up. No one is forcing you to do the work. Laura and I discuss this all the time. We're the ones like when we look at our to-do list and we see it's like 8 pages long and we have all these crazy big ideas and projects. And I'm like, we decide to do this. We could decide to not do it and we could decide to do it. And we're so grateful every day that we sit our butts in our chairs in front of our desks and do the work, right? So I want you to remember to thank yourself and put yourself into a gratitude place, not only for the work that you're doing, but also in a gratitude space of with every single client you work with, every single person you interact with. Show gratitude and grace towards every single one of them. They are there, they're reaching out, they're receiving your gifts, your help, your support. And I want you to be grateful for every single person that you interact with because these people are helping you along this pathway while you're helping them as well. So it's this beautiful energy exchange that happens. So really just practice gratitude. Before I used to teach fitness classes, I used to sit in my car for 5 minutes before I'd go into the building. And I would sit there and I would just think about every single person that I was about to interact with. And I'd be so grateful for them because I was like, man, they chose to come here. They chose to take this time out of their day to show up, to do this for themselves, but also they trust me on this process. They're trusting me as their coach to show up for them. So I need to show up. And this would put me into a space of like not only gratitude, but this different energy where I was able to deliver in such a different way. So I really highly recommend practice gratitude for yourself, celebrate those wins, celebrate the wins with your clients, and really just show them a ton of gratitude as well for even trusting you along this process. And remember, your mindset is the foundation of your success. So protect it, nurture it, watch your business thrive. You have to pay attention to the way that you see your business. Now, those were the main areas that I really wanted you to focus on. This is like probably one of the most important sort of episodes because this episode is going to help you be successful. It's going to help you be as successful as you choose to be for the year ahead. So before we wrap up, here's your homework. I want you to remember, spend some time today or tomorrow reflecting, setting goals, creating your plan for 2025. I want you to take the time to answer those questions that we went through today. Listen to this again if you need to, pause it if you need to. But I really, really encourage you to take the time to really go through all of these steps. You have everything you need to make this year ahead your best year yet. You truly do. It is you that gets to decide, set those goals, set the bar high for yourself because you can achieve it. You're incredible. You're an incredible person. You're an incredible coach. If you're an aspiring coach, you are exactly who you need to be to inspire others. You just need to take the critical steps towards getting whatever tools that you need, whatever certifications that you need, whatever skill set that you need, whatever it is that you need to be successful. It's on the other side. You just have to take that step. I want you to remember the world needs your gifts. They need you as a coach. They need you showing up for them. Every single person will be so grateful that you did. And so let's make 2025 the year that you share with them. And you do this in a bold manner. You do this in a way that sets you apart from all other coaches. It sets you apart from so many others in the world that sit and hope and think about it, but don't actually take action. I want you to take action. I want you to do these things, and I want you to be as successful as you wish. So here's to a year of growth, of impact, of abundance. I wish you all the best. Happy New Year to every single one of you. I wish you nothing but success, nothing but love and joy and happiness in this year ahead. And if you are part of our academy, thank you so much for being a part of our academy. For everyone who is listening here today, everyone who is a part of our journey, we are so grateful for each and every single one of you. And if there's anything that we can do to support you, just make sure that you message us, email us, info@fitchicks.ca. Tell us how we can support you better. Tell us how we can be there to support you every single step of the way because your success is our success and we celebrate every single one of you. So thank you so much. Happy New Year. And until next time, keep shining, keep growing, keep inspiring, and we will see you in 2025. Bye, everyone.
Thanks for listening to the Fit Chicks Chat podcast. Want more healthy love? Visit www.fitchicks.com for amazing resources, free workouts, recipes, tips, and so much more to help you live your healthiest and fiercest life, inside and out.